What's going on, everybody? This is Joe, and I am back once again for another Core Set 2021 pre-release pack opening. We have done two of these previously. The first one was great. The second one was fine. I felt a little underwhelming personally, just based on, I guess, what I've come to expect from pre-release packs personally. But, oh my god, why? Okay, so as you can see behind the camera here, as well as in front of the camera here, this is our third of three green dice. So stupid. I really love, personally, collecting all five of the different colors of dice from every set that I open. And if I don't do that when I go to events and stuff, when things are actually going on, I just trade for them with people who are around. And because of COVID-19, and I get it, first world problems, right? There's obviously a lot more things to be concerned with right now than not getting the right dice. So please don't misunderstand when I say it's just a particular frustration for me at this point. There is a code that we will be giving away later on in this video, so please stay tuned for that. There is the bifold again with information on the life and times of Teferi, a chronology, as well as on the inside teaching you how to build your deck. So that's cool. We'll leave that on the side. There's also the divider that I've mentioned both times now that I do not love. It's just fine. And obviously we have the packs, so we will leave that on the side. We will get into that. As a little bit of a swerve, let's do the code first. See who was paying attention, who's actually going to watch the whole video. Hopefully you continue and watch the rest of the video after it, but I'm going to give this a try. So if you're not aware with the codes for MTG Arena, if you have already used a code from a Core Set 2021 pre-release pack, you will not be able to use another one. It is one per account. So please feel free to use this code or try to use this code if you have not already. And we would love it if you would leave it in the comments if you got this code or not. And hey, if you want to tell us if you got cool stuff, that works too. But yeah, here you go. Thank you so much for watching our stuff. We really hope that you are enjoying everything that we are putting out, and we would love feedback. Positive, negative, etc. As long as you're kind, we appreciate constructive criticism around here. So yeah, we would love to hear that. Our promo foil rare is Thieves Guild Enforcer. This is pretty good. I've played against this a couple of times online. If we have more rogues, that makes it even better, obviously, because this card is pretty great. And obviously, it also wants us to be able to have our opponent be putting cards into their graveyard. So whether that means we're killing their stuff, milling them, whatever the case may be, that is something else that we can keep an eye out for. If our promo is something that we want to be able to play. I don't think it's necessarily something where it's like, well, we got this, we're definitely in black, no questions asked. It's just, you know, because of it, we can keep our eye on things that are going to mill our opponent and or rogues that we open. But we have a soldier token, a goblin wizardry, a feat of resistance, lofty denial, titanic growth, a crypt lurker, legion's judgment, pitch burn devils, run afoul, a radiant fountain, a rousing reed, nice. Ooh, a riddle form is our first uncommon, very cool. Ah, an experimental overload. So we got one of these in the last kit, but the kit kind of didn't really support it. So maybe this one will, who knows? Experimental Overload, very, very good card, but wants to be in blue-red spells. We did just open two pretty interesting blue cards with Experimental Overload, or with Rousing Reed and the Riddle form. Obviously, neither of them are instants or sorceries, but still, pretty good blue cards nonetheless. We have a Tormod's Crypt, okay, and we have our rare is Baron, Talarian Archmage, or Archmage. Not bad. Like I said, we've opened some pretty interesting blue stuff in this pack. So maybe that's something we will look at, because that's pretty cool. Behind Baron, we have a Plains, and back to the soldier token. Again, Baron is fine. He's a 2/2 that can bounce one of your other thingies, or one of their things, or We shall see. If there's more bounce stuff for us, great. Okay, well, that didn't open at all when I did that. These new packs are weird. I don't love them. But I'm sure we'll get used to them if this is the direction that they are going from now on. This is cool. We got a Garruk Unleashed emblem. Couldn't think of the word, even though it's written right there. Anyway, we have a Garruk Unleashed emblem. We have a Revitalize. We have an Opt. You saw it probably there, but Turn to Slag. Pride Malkin. The art on this card is so cool. Very, very nicely done. A Sanguine Indulgence. Ornery Dilophosaur. This card's cool. I like this one. Hunter's Edge. Speaking of cards I like, my god, this card's great. We have a Silent Dart. A Grasp of Darkness. Very cool. An Angelic Ascension is our first uncommon. This one's great. You can use it on your creature to get a 4/4 Flying Angel, or if you somehow have ways to deal with flyers and don't have ways to deal with one of their creatures, you can flip one of their creatures into an angel and then get rid of it. We have a Jeskai Elder, interesting reprint. Not a bad card at all. And again, seems like it would work well in the blue-red spells deck. We just would need some blue and red spells. And a Sanctum of Shattered Heights. I don't know that we're going to be able to get the Sanctum deck going, although if you watched our preview stream, you saw that we were able to get the Sanctum deck because we got very lucky, or unlucky, I guess, depending on how you want to look at it, in one of our sealed pools. And our next rare or mythic is a Chromatic Orrery. I mean, hey, it is a mythic, so that's pretty sweet. I don't know that it is for this, because it's 7 mana and then adds 5 generic or colorless or whatever you want to call it. And then you draw a card for each color among permanents you control. I do not think that we are... You can spend mana as though we're mana of any color, but I don't think we're going to make a 5-color deck because we opened a Mythic Chromatic Orrery. This is definitely more for Constructed. But again, I'm happy to have it because it's a Mythic that I don't have yet from this set. So yeah, there you go. Chromatic Orrery behind it. Anything else? Whoa. Whoa, that's so cool. What a cool pack this one was. This is a foil promo art or alternate art basic planes. Very, very nice. That is so cool. Can we also get a regular... Okay. Then behind it, a Bloodfell Caves. That's pretty sweet. Fixing is always important, especially in Limited. And then we're back to the Garruk token. That is so cool. This pack was great. It doesn't in any way help us in terms of building our deck. At least the Chromatic Orrery and the Plains don't. The other things in that pack definitely could. We have this Teferi pack next, the man of the hour, as it were, in this particular set. We have a Bird token to start. A Cancel. Okay, there's a blue spell. A Thrill of Possibility is a red spell. We have a Revitalize. An Opt, speaking of more blue spells, okay. A Cetessan Training, I like Cetessan Training quite a bit. Blood Glutton, this card's cool. We have a Swift Response, not bad at all. A Turret Ogre. Basri's Acolyte, what a great common. Watcher of the Spheres is a very nice uncommon, and a gold uncommon that wants to be in the blue-white Flyers deck. We have a Carrion Grub, and, whoops, well, okay, fine. And we have a Meteorite as well. So another piece of fixing, deals 2 damage to any target, that's not bad either. And if you saw it, our rare or mythic is Peer into the Abyss. The art on this card is so unsettling. Everything looks wet with, oh my god, with drool or whatever. Oh, it's so gross. Yeah, well, actually, this would, I guess, be a way for your opponent to end up having to put cards into their graveyard because they're going to be drawing half their deck and then most likely discarding most of them at the end of their turn because they're only going to be able to play a certain number, right? So that would work, I guess. It is very expensive, though. Ooh, and we have a foil. Wow, that foil is sweet. We have a foil common in Teferi's Protege. Some sweet foils this time around. I won't lie. Look at that foiling pattern. Very, very cool. I love that. Okay, behind Teferi's Protege, another Alt Art Planes, this one non-foil, but still, that's great. And back to the Bird token. That's so cool. All right, again, these cards are cool, and so I'm glad that this is a kit that I'm opening here on camera for all of you, and not one that I would have opened at some random pre-release that, of course, did not happen, at least in my particular area, thanks to the pandemic. Which, again, I'm not salty about that. I mean, it sucks that things couldn't happen, but I'm glad that our area continued to remain safe and everybody was, not being tempted to go to local game stores because, I don't want all the Magic players to get sick. I don't want anyone to get sick, to be clear. But because we're talking about Magic in this particular instance. So, yeah, we have a Saproling token in this particular instance, of course. We have a Valorous Steed. We have a Read the Tides. That's good. We have a Destructive Tampering. This card's not great. If we're really hurting for red spells, I guess we could put it in, but there are... I don't know. I don't know that playing this to make a ground creature unable to block is really the way we want to be going. We have a Secure the Scene. We have a Walking Corpse. Ornery Dilophosaur again. Ooh, Alt Art Chandra's Magmut. This card's great, and the alt art is really sweet. We have a Swift Response, Wall of Runes, Skeleton Archer's a pretty cool card as well. We have some nice black, I won't lie. A Silver Smote Ghoul is our first uncommon in this pack. A Soul Seer is the second. There's a pretty good red spell. That's nice. And an Indulging Patrician. This card is also very sweet, and we have had some pretty cool black and white as well. So, okay, this is getting tougher, I won't lie. And our next rare or mythic, maybe it helps us out a little bit, is... It does not. It does not help us out one bit. I mean, hey, it's a Fabled Passage, so I'm not that upset about it. But yeah, it doesn't help us make the deck, which seems to be the theme, I feel like, of our rare slot, is that it's cool, but it doesn't help us make the deck. But yeah, this will get in if we're like 3 colors, and then probably get in if we're 2. Behind it, we have a Tranquil Cove for splashing purposes, maybe, or fixing again. And back to the Saproling. So yeah, Fabled Passage is sweet. That is something that if people are still looking for, even though it was just in one of the most recent sets, we could you could have another crack at it in Core 2021 packs. Okay. And so this is our second to last pack, by the way, if you have not been keeping track. We have a Zombie token first. A Library Larcenist, pretty cool way to draw cards. We have a Sure Strike, more red spells. We have a Makeshift Battalion. A Frantic Inventory. This one's cool. It's unfortunate we didn't get more than 1 or possibly 2 if there's one in the next pack, but this would be really good. Walking Corpse. Ornery Dilophosaur. Another Teferi's Protege, this one non-foil. Another Turret Ogre. Ooh, Gnarled Sage. I like this guy. I don't know that, this kit is very green supported, at least in terms of its, bombs, but this is a really cool card. Ooh, an Alt Art Basri's Acolyte. I had already had one of the Chandra's Magmuts, but I did not have one of these, so this is cool. This card is incredible, so I'm happy to have it in an alternate art. Speaking of Basri, Basri's Solidarity is our first uncommon. That's a fine card. We have Bad Deal as our second. This is another way to put cards into our opponent's graveyard if we're going with our promo. And a Canopy Stalker. The art on this one is also really sweet. I like it a lot. And our next rare or mythic is a Maze Mind Tome. So once again, does not help us pick our colors, but is a very cool card. Very, very good. I had an opportunity, or we had an opportunity to use this during our previous stream, and it was very sweet. Behind it, just a forest, and back to the Zombie token. So again, the rare slot does not disappoint. It is a cool card, but not one that helps us make or decide on what our deck's going to be. So as always with these openings, I would love your assistance. Just based on what you've seen, what would you make out of this kit? Like, if you opened these packs at a pre-release, what kind of a deck would you make? I would love to hear your opinions down in the comments below. Obviously, we'll wait till the end of this pack, but still. We have a Cancel, a Thrill of Possibility, looks familiar, a Trackdown, a Fetid Imp, not bad, a Rousing Read, so this is our second Rousing Read. We have a Skyscanner, Caged Zombie, this card's cool. We have a Spellgorger Weird. All right, so something else to help out if we were to go blue-red spells. But of course, I'm mentioning that because we opened that Experimental Overload, and so you want to try to make, have ways of making it work. But we also got the Indulging Patrician and the Watcher of the Spheres. So those are all really good uncommons that really lead you in a particular direction. And I'm not exactly sure which one is the best choice, if there is one that is the best choice with this particular kit. We have Radiant Fountain. We have good old Truffle Snout. Nice. We have, speaking of good uncommons, although this one's probably not my favorite, out of the four, this one's the weakest in my opinion, or at least just from jump. But yeah, Direfleet Warmonger is our first uncommon in this pack. We have a Kitesail Freebooter, that's pretty sweet. And a Vryn Wingmare, also really cool. And so, our last rare or mythic of the kit, let's see if it sticks to, stays true to form, and gives us not much help making the deck. It is... All right, it's a Temple of Mystery. I mean, it doesn't really... Oh man, this kit was hilarious. Okay, again, I'm very glad that I opened it now and not at a pre-release, because otherwise that would have been the moment where I would have looked around the room, showed everybody my rares, and just gotten laughed at. And again, friendly ribbing laughed at, not like, insultingly laughed at. The guys at our local game store are great people, and I do not mind in any way if I open a kit like this being the butt of the joke of just like how terrible you could open in terms of rares and mythics that will help you make a deck. I'm very happy I have the Orrery at least. Behind it, I feel like that we have no, we don't have a foil. It goes straight to Scoured Barrens. Look, if there is a kit that has fixing in it, this is the one, I will say. And then we are back to the ad card. This was, what an opening this was. My God. I have never... This, rare slot feels so bad to me, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe and you're like, Joe, you don't get it. Like, Baron's great, or the Fabled Passage. That's hilarious. Oh my God, that's so funny. Again, like I said, I'm actually really happy I have this Orrery. I'm going to leave you looking at that. I'm not happy that I have a third green D20 spin down. This was something. I just don't know. So please feel free to leave me your thoughts down in the comments below. Well, for so many reasons, tell me what you would do if you opened this kit. Thank you all so very much for watching. I really do hope that you enjoyed. Sometimes when you open a bunch of pre-release packs, you get one like this. I would love to hear from you. Like I said, liking this video, subscribing, ring that bell so you'll be notified when all of our openings come out. The sooner you find out about the next video with a code in it, the sooner you can get that code and try to put it in on MTG Arena and get yourself an entry if you missed it with this one. But all of that stuff really helps us out a lot. We really do appreciate any and all support that you are willing to give. And for now, from us here at the Geek for All family of channels, I have been Joe. And as we always say, in whichever video of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.